Still a lot of information to gather. A lot of activity is going to continue throughout the day here in the area. And we'll give you more information as it becomes available.
What was the nature of the warrant being served this morning?
At this point, I don't have that information.
Where was the deputy shot? Was he shot in the head, we're hearing?
I can't confirm right now where he was shot.
The third person apprehended, where were they apprehended in this area?
You know, from what I understand, the third person gave himself up to police.
Where was the location where the deputy was shot?
Indian Springs Drive, I believe, in that area.
And so it was the Lebanon PD, though, that served that warrant this morning?
The Lebanon PD was serving a warrant that started the pursuit that the deputy assisted with.
The suspect who was shot, is that who the warrant was served for?
I'm not sure at this point.
The call out, we've been out here, for a couple hours watching how many investigators, and ISP now has taken over this investigation at this point, but to have this many people out here with their armored vests and their, large guns, I think a lot of people around here were nervous, but at this point there's no threat to the community.
Yeah, we believe that all three people that were involved in this incident are now in custody, but we're still going to keep it active. We're still searching. There's still a lot of leads for us to investigate. We want to make sure that we cover every possible aspect of what happened and make sure that we get answers to the questions.
What can you tell us about the actual shooting when the officer was struck?
At this point, it's too early for me to have a lot of the details available. We know that the officer was pursuing a suspect on foot when he was shot.
Do we know who fired first?
I don't know.
Does this mean the lockdown for the town is over?
That's not going to be my call. I don't know who will determine that. I think everybody should still stay vigilant because we still have an active investigation going on, and we got a lot of questions left to answer. So there possibly could be other suspects that we don't know. We don't believe there is, but we don't want to stop now and thinking that we have everybody that was involved.
What are some of those questions that you're still investigating?
Oh, the who's, the what's, the whys. Those are all the questions we want to answer about why this happened, how it happened. We want to get all the details so that we can make an accurate investigation.
Do we know if the deputy was wearing a bulletproof vest or other protective gear?
I don't have that information.
The person who just surrendered, the guy who put the picture out about, can we say he's a suspect or still person of interest?
Right now he's a person of interest. We want to talk to him. We want to see what his side of the story is.
Was he related? Was he family with the other person that he was in the car with? Were they all living at that apartment?
I don't know what the relationship was at this point. Most of you know, I've only been here 10 minutes, and I'm trying to get as much information as I can. So as it becomes available, I will get it to you. I'll try to have another update sometime within the next hour for you.
I'm sure with Boone County and Lebanon and you guys too being from law enforcement, I'm sure they're very upset right now knowing that one of their officers or deputies is now at the hospital.
It's gut-wrenching. It rips all our hearts out when this happens. And our thoughts and prayers are obviously with the family and everybody, but we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep working.
Is that why state police was brought in to now spearhead this?
We have a lot of resources that we brought to this investigation, and that we're going to continue to bring to this investigation. And at the request of Sheriff Nielsen with the Boone County Sheriff's Department, he asked if we could lead this investigation for him because he has other priorities that he needs to deal with.
You saw an armored vehicle. What was the purpose for bringing that one out?
Our SWAT team responded, and in most SWAT responses, that's the vehicle that they bring. You obviously have a situation where shots were fired, an officer was shot. It's very serious. It'd be very serious if anybody was shot, and that's the response that we would have for anybody that was shot.
Was the guy held up, we heard, at that apartment complex when he ended up saying?
I don't believe he was.
Where he
I don't know where he was.
How wide of an area was this search? Seems pretty large.
It starts wide and we get smaller. It's kind of like a dragnet. When a suspect gets a jump on you, you want to start wide and get smaller, and so that's exactly what we did. We called in all the resources that were available. A lot of people are willing to help. We've received help from far south as IMPD is reaching out, and so the police community is hurting today, but we'll figure this one out.
The incident with the highway, when they drove the wrong way down the highway, do you know much about that at that point?
That was after the shooting. One of the suspects got back in the vehicle and fled the scene again, which spun up a second pursuit after the shooting.
And that was the latest guy who was taken into custody, we believe?
I believe so, yes.
Is the identity of the officer shot being released anytime soon?
No, it's too soon for that.
Okay.
Do you know his age or anything like that?
I don't have that
Okay.
information.
Thank you
sir.
very much.
All right, I'll be back as soon as I
Appreciate
can.
it.